Hey, what's going on, guys?
Welcome back to Walking Poetically About Nothing.
Walking.
No, that scared me. I was like, what the hell is going on? Oh, Jesus.
They're drinking on this good
My
Sunday.
hands were...
It is Mother's Day,
Yeah,
so
it should be.
people have been with their mothers. So.
Happy Mother's Day. Yeah.
We can have a few.
Yeah. All the mothers out there. Very happy Mother's Day.
All the good mothers.
Mothers.
Well, not all of them. Some
This
of them are
is
shitty.
true.
So, yeah, some are bad.
Some are
the
pretty
deadbeats.
shitty. Some are pretty shitty.
And I'm sure most of them are sitting there crying with the fucking glass of Oasis. Like,
Yeah, I'm sure none of them are listening to this either, but still, fuck you.
Well, shit, man. I came from a single, parent family home where she got both days. Fucking Mother's Day and Father's Day. You're both parents to me.
Yeah, but you got a good mom. Your mom doesn't classify as the
Well, I'm
big
just
mom.
saying the same thing with someone's dad. If you're only, a father,
You
you
get
probably
both.
celebrate both holidays.
There's also we both suck.
There's
supposed
that,
to do
yeah.
that too.
I think maybe there should just be one parent day. Like, just Parents' Day. Fuck a mom and a dad day. It's sexism. I'm tired of it. Okay? This is bullshit.
Get
the
that.
fuck up, bro.
Sorry, I would have done it for you.
Get out of here. I'm sorry that y'all like that ended up being shitty, but it's supposed to be mom and dad. So I understand there being a Mother's Day and a Father's Day.
I totally get it.
Mm-hmm.
It happened, but it
So, I
should
mean, I grew
be
up with
that.
a one-parent family for the majority of my life, so.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But it should
That's
be,
bullshit.
mom and dad.
That's how we celebrate it, but other countries around the world celebrate it even differently.
How do they do that?
Germany, for Muttertag, takes place on the second Sunday in May. The giving of Mother's Day cards is extremely popular in Germany for some reason now. But during World War II, Mother's Day took on political significance as the day of acknowledgement for women for producing the children for Vaterland, or the fatherland. And medals were awarded in gold, silver, and bronze based upon how many children were in the household.
My wife's a gold champion. I got
Three
three.
kids right there. Damn. Gold star.
She get a rank in a child,
Right? Some families with 5-6 kids, dude. That's a lot of medals they're getting. But after the war, it assumed a softer feel, and they just started giving cards and, of course, chocolates, all the expensive German chocolate out there. And
Here
stuff
comes
like
Hallmark.
that. Yeah, it's a little bit softer feel after the war, though.
That's good.
It isn't bad.
Well, I really think that Mother's Day is just another thing for the economy to make more money, man. It's another little booster and get people out spending money buying shit they don't need for people who really don't need that. That's not what they're looking for, but you're gonna get it to them anyways.
Yeah, it's another. I mean, everything is getting commercialized. Everything is. But in Japan, Mother's Day is celebrated, of course, on the second Sunday of May, like a lot of other countries. But it's symbolized with a beautiful carnation flower. During Mother's Day, carnation flowers everywhere. The kids give them to the parents, and it's a representation of the gentle strength of the mothers who are revered in the Japanese culture. It's not bad.
So our Mother's Day is similar.
Yeah, very similar. They take on the household chores. God dang, I can't talk today. Then they take on the household chores and clean up, cook, do everything like that. Prepare special sushi dinners for the family.
For sure.
The moms would, or the family?
The kids do it for the mothers.
Okay, just check.
It's like
Here, waking up like a home cooked breakfast and shit.
Oh, yeah, like
the one day we wake up early to clean the house for them and like do stuff around.
I saw so many photos of that today.
Yeah.
On Instagram and shit. Like pictures of like the husbands doing dishes or like taking out the trash. It's like, it's fucking hilarious.
You really, I don't know, man. Like I got up early, but it's just a normal thing. I'm always up early, but and then I woke up and got breakfast ready and stuff. But that's my kids were up. They're always up early. I let my wife kind of sleep in. I think I was trying to be, trying to keep the kids from not, destroying her for Mother's Day. Hello, they wake up.
We love you.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So, but it was a good morning. It's a good Mother's Day when you have a good mother and a good, kids that are. My daughter said to my wife, she goes, Mother's Day is about cuddling and loving mom. So that's what she said she's going to do today. And she's been laying on the couch hugging all over.
Aww.
That's literally what she
so
said.
adorable.
That's literally what my eldest daughter just said. 6 years old.
That's
Heart of
crazy,
gold
man.
right there. Telling you.
She is. She's sweetheart.
She
She's a
is.
sweetheart. Yeah, she's the good one.
Mm.
So far,
She's
we
the
don't know what the little one's gonna be yet.
Ellie's pretty sweet. She doesn't really cry a lot. She's very tame, timid, very calm child.
Unless she's hungry.
Unless she's hungry. But what McCoy is?
She's got
Yeah,
the
that's
McCoy
fair
lungs.
though. Like,
But that's
hungry, like,
angry. Like that's.
It's not real anger.
No, true.
Because if I was starving, I'd be mad. You know what I'm saying?
I
So
feel
Oh,
like
yeah, I'd be
Gracie's the
pissed as
diva. Ava's the bull, and Ellie's gonna be the personality. Ellie's gonna be the funny one because the faces she makes already
Oh my gosh.
are great.
Who do you think's gonna be the ringleader of the three?
Gracie, the eldest.
Gracie.
Gracie's an inquisitive.
She's the mastermind.
She's intuitive. She's smart.
Oh, shit.
Ava's gonna be the bronze. She's gonna be
Be her
the.
little bodyguard and shit.
Oh my gosh, I got hurt. Oh, who? Point him out.
And Ellie's gonna be the one with the personality and the jokes
I've
to
already-
talk their way out of trouble.
Yeah, that's dope as fuck.
Gracie's gonna be the mastermind. Ava's
I've
gonna be the
already
muscle,
watched-
and Ellie will be the personality to get him out of trouble.
I've already watched Ava deck a kid that's 3 years older than her. Just drop the kid. I'm just like, oh my gosh. And they're like, get your kid. And I'm like, man,
Get your kid.
She
He's
said,
the one who
after
needs the
she
doctor.
punched him, be happy. I was like, damn. She punched him, told him to be happy.
What?
Greatest thing ever. I
Why
was
aren't
one
you
happy
smiling?
papa that day. You know what I'm saying? Get him on the left. I mean, no. It was just like a push on her. She was like, whack. She don't push back. She punches.
It's instinctive. She knows it.
Hey, it was pretty funny. But somebody told me they was like, that's because they watch you growing up and doing martial arts. Fighting all
They're
the
not
time.
really around you when you do that.
Well, they do see me train. They do see me do stuff occasionally, but they don't see me like the day in, day out grinding. They don't see that at all. And I really think that I would love to show that to them. You know what I mean? And that's what I wanted to talk about. My topic got into. Is basically being I understand that you're not allowed or not supposed to be able to teach somebody without being in a certain. This is jiu-jitsu I'm speaking of. I got asked by another person to teach a younger person, and then I went to thinking. I teach my friends. I hang out with my friends, but that's a little different. That's like, hey man, you want to roll around? Let me show you some stuff. You know what I'm saying? Man, it may make you better if you start rolling around consistently. You know, and then you can eventually join my school and come with me because I got you into the art. You know what I'm saying? That's the whole goal.
You get benefit out of it too, versus
Yeah, of course.
just teaching a child where you're just doing it for them.
I would love to be able to do that though, at a point.
Yeah.
But I do like to help and teach and show people, and I love spreading jiu-jitsu and spreading the word and spreading how it's done the way you're supposed to be. You know, the right stuff. I don't like the idea that one-dimensional fighting. I don't like that at all. So I think I'm gonna always be like a jiu-jitsu guy that goes like, but self-defense. So it'll get you into striking, and it'll get you into stuff like that. I think that's kind of how my gym works. That's why I kind of like it, because it's a little bit of both. It's got a lot of good striking in there. It's got a lot of clinch work and stuff like that. But
it's got self-defense in the name.
But also it's got black belts in it. Back to my point. It's got black belts, purple belts, people who are high rank. And I understand you have to be a purple belt or higher to be able to teach a class or something. But I think that's under a black belt instruction. You know, I think I'm pretty sure. But this kid is getting bullied in school and stuff like that nature. And I'd advise them to go to a gym, my local gym, and he kind of looks up to me and wants me to, help him. So I think I'm going to help him, but I don't want to hinder his learning if you get what I'm saying? I don't want to be able to teach him wrong because I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
That's fair.
I can teach how to do jiu-jitsu, but as a kid, I don't know if a kid's going to take it like an adult takes it. You get what I'm saying? Because their learning is totally different than our learning.
Yeah, but a kid's a sponge. He soaks up everything way quicker than an adult does.
You think so?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah,
100%.
Especially
they are.
languages.
They are up until that. It's only up until like 4 or 5 though. After that, they start teetering off on what they're able to just absorb.
Unless
I think
they
these
were
kids-
taught that from the
Well,
get-go.
I think
Because
these
if they're
kids
taught that
probably
from the
like
get-go,
12,
they
11.
end up being like that.
I think it's like 11, 12 years old.
What happens if, on the off chance they are a sponge though? That can be a benefit, but that can also go hinder them if they start learning
Point
bad
is-
shit just from like maybe not knowing the full extent of how to teach this to a child versus like he said an adult.
Yeah, but I don't see that really being a real.
Well, see, I'm
problem.
of course going to talk to my instructor about this, you know, and go into
Yeah.
that about. But my what I'm asking, like, not what I'm asking, but what I'm stating is that I didn't feel right doing it, so I immediately was like, you know, let me focus on myself. Let me get to that level to where I can teach others
Yeah.
the way that I know 100% proof. If I can do it without any issues, then I
Mhm.
can teach you it without any issues. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But
Once you've done that drill 15,000
'Cause I'm also-
times, you know it
Yeah.
in and out, and
yeah,
how people are
10,000
trained.
reps later.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I
He's
mean?
mastered
I can
something.
show you how to do something. I can show you how to do a sweep or a butterfly or a flower sweep or something along them lines. Because how many times have we done it?
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? It's just that repetition and that consistency of going to the gym is what makes you good. Keep going, keep training, keep trying, and you know when you're really trying and when you're really not trying. You know what I'm saying? And that's what's going to make you. If you really want it, you'll go get it.
Yeah.
Same, even in his steps. If they want that kind of training, it's available there. I advise where it is. I can advise where it is going to be. And I can be there to even help train him while I'm there. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not going to single-handedly train somebody either.
No.
Especially not for money, you know.
Yeah. My worry would be, though, is like you teach him for the benefit of defending himself from bullying, and he becomes the bully.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know how to
Yeah.
teach him 100% to the fact that, like, the entire ways of jiu-jitsu, I can teach him the ways that I know of jiu-jitsu and how I live and how I view it. But, you know, that's not...
Are the the discipline aspects, the good qualities that come with it, the moral standing and backbone, is that going to get transferred to him? You don't really know.
Yeah, I'm not structured. I'm not structured that way. You know what I mean? I don't know. I think that's the reason he should go to a school. I think when I get to that level, and I want to be at that level, and I want to own my own gym one day.
Mm-hmm.
Eventually, I will. I know I will.
You've talked about it for a long time. I can't wait for it to happen.
And then yes, I would love to teach and create many pupils.
Mm-hmm.
Many people who are just gonna fall in love with jiu-jitsu, even if they don't become champions or they don't become the world's greatest. I just want them to try to become the best them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Have you ever seen anybody like achieve the greatness for themselves? You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the greatest moment of my life. You ever seen that? Like, in somebody, and you're like, man, that's awesome for that. Like, you feel really good for that person because you know them and you know what they put in to get that.
Yeah.
That feeling. That feeling, like, oh, another thing, a shout out to my boy Kareem. He got second in his first tournament.
Hell yeah.
No-gi. I trained him. He's a friend of mine. I trained him a little bit here and there. He's like, man. And now he trains out in College Station, BV MMA, under Bubba out there. Dude, he's a beast. Dude, I think he had an injury or something that's put him out, but I think he's trying to come back into fighting. He has an MMA career too, so.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, he's pretty good. So the thing is, he's out there getting good training with the good guy. You know what I'm saying? So that's cool. And then he came into this tournament and he did well. He submitted a guy, triangle.
Ooh.
Submitted a guy in triangle, and that was just awesome.
Did you feel proud? For
I
him?
felt so proud. That's what I'm saying.
Like-
That feeling hit me, and I was just like, golf clap, golf clap. You know what I mean? Like, that was just right on. Because I'm up for the sideline. Hi, that boy. Put your knees together.
Yeah.
You know, I'm that
Put
dude on
your
the
knees
side. Yeah,
together.
he's over here. Ooh, he slid the foot up. He said he heard me, and then I said, wrap up, grab your clip, pull your knees together. As soon as he pulled his knee together, got him. I'm just yelling from the side. Over your other shoulder. Your other shoulder. You know what I mean? Ship over that other ear. You know, he's like, he's on the ground like that, you know. But it's great. It's great that you could teach and share jiu-jitsu and then watch it just like snowball in their life. You know what I mean? Like just become a big, massive part of their life, and now that's all they do. First, they started out like, oh, I'll try this. Then it ends up being like, dude, this is awesome. And then it ends up being like, hey, who you training with? Hey, man, I need to get in the gym. And then once you get in the gym, it's just like, oh yeah, I'm going 4 times a week. You know, and you get all qualified, fucked up ears and shit like that. And you're like, oh yeah, I got my first tournament. You know,
You're like, God damn.
Yeah, it's pretty great. Like, you'll be doing all that kind of stuff.
Good.
Tournament wise, you know, it was a great. Whoever held this tournament, AGF
2017 Houston Open.
I am just gonna let you
He
know.
competed at 160 up to 160 no gi, second place, silver medalist.
Yeah.
In
Claudius.
18 and above men's beginner.
Yeah.
Is
And
where
then
Kareem,
shut up.
white belt is
And
where
then my
Kareem
other friend,
fought at.
my other friend Claudius, he was there. That white belt that I told you.
That
was
you
just-
roll with, yeah.
Yeah, that's just stout, dude. Oh man, I told you, but he didn't have it in the gas tank when he got to go. He tried to do gi, no gi, and gi. I know he trashed the gi, whooped everybody, got gold.
No, he won no gi.
That's what I'm saying, no gi. Then he went in 2 gi, and he made it past the first guy. But the second guy, he just didn't have enough gas in the tank, man, because he's using all that strength all the time.
Yeah, he's fucking
You know what I
tapped
mean?
resources.
Yeah, I was like, but he did well. Him to do it so good in no gi, which I know is his weakness. Because him in a gi, dude, he can hold you down because he gets a hold of something. You know what I'm saying? He can just pin you. Kid's really, really strong for his age. And the kid that he went against was like, dude, I was so surprised. He was so strong. I was like, holy crap. You know? But he got bronze medal in that division, too. So he placed twice.
Damn.
Which is really good for a first time.
And gassing out. Even his first match in gi. Like, he was pretty gassed after about a minute, but he's still
bust through.
He's still, you know.
But if he worked up that cardio, he would be a monster.
He would have won gi as well.
He would have won all of it, all the way. I guarantee it.
'Cause
But there was a
two
grown
guys-
man. I mean, he's going against like 35-year-old, 38-year-old man.
Damn.
Like for real, this guy had a full beard and everything.
Yeah. And
Ready to
Claudius
go.
is 20.
Yeah. Kareem's 20,
Graham's 20.
and then the kids.
Claudius
Claudius
is-
has just turned 18.
Yeah. Claudius competed at beginner 145.
Yep.
White belt, AGF 2017
18,
Houston Open.
Pretty crazy.
Fuck, dude.
But
It was pretty badass.
what I wanted to
met
say
Claudius.
about
It
that
was cool. It was
about
really
that
cool guy.
tournament is it was very well put together.
Structured, organized.
Yes.
There was like multiple ladies on PA. Everyone was at the right place at the time. They had everything posted.
Great, 'cause that Euros
They
was on like
kept
that.
all of the audience away from the mats. They had everything lined off and structured very, very well. Then there was
Right.
many representatives
Right.
there. There was a great concession machine. I mean, not machine, concession place, and like they had everything normal places would need.
The great thing is like the middle, they had like a middle section where all the competitors and announcers and judges could only walk and nobody else, not even coaches. On the outside, they had chairs facing in where the coaches would sit, so you could ref in your, on your person and then get up and somebody else could switch. So there wasn't a rustle buzz about who was in the middle and where you were at, who you were competing with. You kind of knew who you were competing against. I like that. I like sizing up my opponent. I like having that opportunity to visually see him, get ready, see his emotion, at the same time. Those are advantages. You think about it.
They what they did was they lined every fighter up because they had 10 mats, 5 on this side, 5 on this side. And in the pit area, they would line all the fighters up that were fighting on that mat in that weight class and at that weight and at that belt level. They would line them up 30 minutes early, so you got to stand next to everyone you're about to compete against for 30 minutes.
Yeah, that's what I'm
And
saying.
talk to each other and, like he said, size each other up. And it was very well structured. You knew when you were going to fight, where you were going to fight, everything.
I actually became friends with a couple of the guys that I competed against. We became friends after the match.
Of course.
After I won, I won, of course, but I got.
We ain't gonna be friends if y'all lose.
Well, I would be. I think I would be.
Don't hang out no fucking
I was
losers.
just joking.
I don't know, man. I just don't look. I look at losing in jiu-jitsu as a big part of learning. Like that's the whole point. You do it. You know what I mean? Is to learn how to move better, how to put yourself in better positions, how to get around on that ground the way you're supposed to in a real combat. Because most of the time, man, it's at that point.
Yeah.
So, and they all go to the ground. If you don't know what to do on the ground, man, you are screwed. You don't belong there. And you only make it to a certain point. Like Joe Rogan said, dude, I was listening to something Joe Rogan was saying about fighters who are one-dimensional and stay very striking based or ground based or clinched.
Point
They don't.
based.
they don't really get into the whole atmosphere of mixing it all together. And those people are the elite people that you that are going to change the game. Is the people who can mix it all together. If you can't mix it all together, don't even try to get to. You're gonna make it far. Don't get me wrong. You could do well. The Chuck Liddells, stuff like that. He had great takedown defenses. He had great striking. He wasn't good off his back. He didn't have great jiu-jitsu. So eventually, a guy with better grappling will catch up to you. Eventually.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? He was gonna. You think about him. Jakar versus him. Who do you think about that? I don't think he would do that. There's no way. There's no way he'd be able to win.
He did really well, but he got caught hard one too many times, and late in his career had a glass chin.
Yeah.
Like a lot of primary strikers end up late in their career when they fight past 35, 37.
Even boxers.
Yeah.
Later in your career, after being punched
sure.
so many times, your jaw gets lighter.
But that guy, man, he's a glass cannon though. He starts waylaying on you.
I mean, he made famous the overhand right.
Oh man,
For sure.
gosh, man,
That was a bomb.
I think the fight that I love Hoist Gracie's first fight against a boxer, the first fight ever. I love that fight. That is a fight that definitely made me want to start taking jiu-jitsu. But that wasn't the first fight that got me into MMA and into fighting, cage fighting. Wanderlei versus Rampage Jackson. That fight, I watched that fight, and that fight was amazing, dude.
It still holds up.
It was amazing. I mean, I was sitting at my friend Austin's house, and we were watching, and I was just like, dude, this is the shit. I need to learn how to do this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because, dude, he was throwing knees and just... It was a great fight, and when he knocked him out of the ring, I mean, it was like that moment that you knew you just witnessed history. You know what I'm saying? Like, it set the pinnacle for me. No other fight could really catch up to that. I watched a lot of fights, after that. That's when, like, I laughed because I didn't know that the tough finale that I watched or whatever was The Ultimate Fighter was really like the first or second Ultimate Fighter. I didn't realize that's what I watched, like when I was watching the show.
You just saw
Josh, because I just saw Josh Costa. I'm like, oh yeah, I remember Josh Costa for Ultimate Fighter. And I started putting two and two together. I was like, oh, he was in the first Ultimate Fighter. No shit. And I'm like, no, duh. And then I went back and started watching all the Ultimate Fighters. I'm like, who are all these dudes? After the fact, you know what I'm saying? I started watching. Then I started getting into a real good season with like Michael Chiesa. Have you seen him and Kevin Lee? Oh man, that press conference was crazy. That press conference was crazy.
Press conference drama,
dude. DC and John Jones were just in the back about to throw down, getting arguments. Oh, don't mention my kids, that kind of stuff. And when you say that, it's like, here's the button. You just told that dude where to push your button right there. So John Jones, he's gonna go right for that button. So I can't wait to see him fight. I can't wait to see DC lose. Honestly, I can't wait. I don't like what happened with him and Silva. I didn't like that fight. I didn't. It just made me lose.
It was a bullshit ass fight.
It was, man. And I lost a lot of respect for DC, especially with the and then
he plays it safe.
After I watched the fight, and I can't knock him for it because I understand why he does it, but you're not going to be the greatest fighter in the world if you fight like that. Mm-hmm. Let's get real.
You can't.
I'm really pissed that Rumble Johnson didn't beat him, and I really, really wanted him to. Anthony Rumble Johnson. I really wanted him to. And when I saw that fight, I was like, he did the same shit. He kind of did the same shit. He went through the storm a little bit, and they got him to the ground for one.
Yep.
Out wrestled him, weighed him out, got him in position. But I can't knock that because I totally respect Damian Maia's aspect of it.
But he's one of the greatest fucking Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu practitioners.
But he does that to you off the fly. Like, he took his back on a body triangle and just sat there in a body triangle on
That's kind of.
I haven't said that dude's name. It's good.
Shit.
New Greek. Yeah, but he just sat there against the cage. He just held his back. It was just, and I was like, okay, I can see where you're going with this, but they should split them up and bring it back to the cage.
Yeah, especially if it's not going anywhere. If it's not progressing in the fight, you need to start over somewhere else.
There was a lot on that fights. There was really good fights. There was just a lot of weird stuff happening on the fight card.
It was also the ref too, because he could have made that call.
Yeah.
To stand him up.
Now,
Right?
you want to talk about another ref issue? Did you hear about what happened? Herb Dean stopping Dustin Poirier and.
No, I like Herb Dean.
Yes, but
was it an unfavorable call that he made?
it was an illegal knee. That was a straight up illegal knee. He
He
Dustin
had both
Poirier?
hands down.
No, Dustin Poirier got illegally kneed in the face.
Oh!
How?
And they got a no contest, but it should have got a DQ'd because he had his hands on the ground.
Both hands.
And, and he pulled him up. You know how that one time when I was watching, I said, well, whenever you pull the clinch, it'll pull him off the ground, you'll throw him in, and that'll pull him up off the mat, and his hand won't be touching the ground. Remember when I said that? We were watching fight. That's exactly what happened. And then I was reading somebody was talking into it, and it was like, that's going to happen a lot more because of this rule that they made about the hands being on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that they should either go back to the old way or...
What was the old way?
The old way was you had to have 4 points touch. You can't... Let me put it this way. If any parts... Like, if I was touching the ground, you couldn't hit me in the face.
Yeah.
Didn't matter about points or nothing. Like, my hands
You didn't
touching
have
the
to have
ground.
all.
But you would
four.
see, like, people like John Jones crawling in and stuff like that, use it to his advantage. You can't kick him in the face. Then he's
Because he
getting
has one
close,
hand
and then
on
he's
the
coming
mat.
up. Jamming. I get all that good, you know what I'm saying? But people were using
That's
to...
fucked up.
People were using to their advantages, totally. But at the same time, you knew what to expect because if you got knocked out playing around like that and the ref didn't call it,
Shouldn't be fucking around.
shouldn't have been playing around down there. It's happened like that.
Yeah.
Rightfully so. Good.
Rightfully so. It happens. But in this rule, he's holding his hand down. He's like this, and he's in the clinch, and he yanks him up and knees him in the face. Then his hands touch the ground. His hands weren't touching the ground when I need him.
It's true.
So
I'm within the rules, bro. You
I'm
need to
within
chill
the
that
rules.
shit.
Yeah, but
Hey,
really,
y'all made the rules. I just abide by them. Y'all the one who took all my marketing fund and 90% of my paycheck through advertising on my shorts and the banners, giving me $50,000 a fight when I was making like close to $300-400 on average.
I
Fuck
think,
that
but here's the thing: they either need to go back to the old way, and yes, it was a disqualification. He should have won. Dustin Poirier should have won, not a no contest, which is stupid. That sucks.
Mm-hmm.
So
Did they disqualify him?
no contest.
Oh, he won. Good.
No, they got a no contest. Both
Like nothing happened.
Competition stopped.
like a stopped the competition, no contest.
Neither
nobody
person
won or
won.
lost.
Yeah, neither one won.
That's why I was like, that
It
sucks.
was like a wash.
Yeah.
Basically. So
That's fucking shitty.
that's it. Shitty for dude. If you're a fighter and you know what it takes to put into that preparation for a fight, and how many hours and what it takes and mentally takes to build up to that fight, and then going in there and that happening to you, that really sucks. I mean, or even going to get in a fight and then finding you're the person you're going against drops out. That's even shittier.
It's happened to you. I'm
Happened to
hoping
me.
it doesn't happen to you this Saturday, May 20th.
I highly doubt it. I highly doubt it.
Yeah.
Man, I'm really ready for this. I'm really happy because I've heard a lot of great things about Cody Owens, and he's a good martial artist. He's quick. He's great. He's under Team Took, and I respect Team Took and Travis Took and that gym. I've trained with those guys.
They're in town. They're local.
I did the 1 month thing with them. I just, I had another gym. I just wasn't paying and wasn't doing that stuff. Life happened at that point. You know what I mean? I'm glad I am where I am though. I definitely feel at home. I feel better in this gym, just in general. Just it fits me. It's my style gym. You get what I'm saying? That gym may fit him. May be great for him, but either way, I just feel like anyone and everyone, I'll train, I'll go against anybody. Doesn't matter to me. Whether you're good, you're a champion, you're undefeated, I don't give a shit. That shit don't matter to me. You haven't wrestled me. You haven't grappled with me.
You're just looking for a fight. You just want to fight. You're doing it for the sport itself.
True, man. Like when I train every day, I don't realize how much I'm training. And then I look back and I have like time hop hit me in the face and I go, holy shit. I've been doing 2 a days for three times a week for like 8-9 months straight. I don't even realize that. So it just, oh my gosh, it just dawned on me. I've just been killing it in training. And then I start getting really good, and I'm tapping purple belts, and I'm just working in brown belts. I'm training with black belts nonstop. And they feel, they're like, yeah, you're at that level. That's how I feel. So I have no worries, none at all.
You shouldn't have any. I think hopefully after this fight you'll get your next belt rank up.
Yeah, maybe. I'm not really, to tell you the truth, I'm not really worried about it. My jiu-jitsu journey, my journey will happen. I'm never going to stop doing jiu-jitsu, so it did. I'm going to be a black belt eventually, so whatever.
Yeah.
No matter how long it takes me type deal, you know. But I really can't wait for this test. Do you get what I'm saying? The test is where it's at. Because if I can have a test to my jiu-jitsu, you'll know where you're at. I think that's also why he's doing it. Because he's ready to get to that next level. He's ready to face tougher opponents in jiu-jitsu to see if he can get his jiu-jitsu up there, because he's always won by striking. That's what I believe. I think it's because he's always been a striker. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just the way it is. I was the same way. I was a striker who had to learn how to do jiu-jitsu because everybody kept taking me down, trying to grab me, trying to do all that 9 yards. So, to say, I did that before, but I was 15 when I was doing that. You know, striking, kickboxing, Muay Thai, and then doing a little bit of wrestling, but I never did any, I did jiu-jitsu no-gi. And then when I kicked into jiu-jitsu, oh man, like traditional jiu-jitsu, and then getting into it, I think that was about 6 years ago, 5 years ago, something like that. Like, somewhere around there.
So it's a long journey in jiu-jitsu, man. It's a long journey in most martial arts.
Yeah,
especially jiu-jitsu.
Yeah. Jiu-jitsu is way different than any other martial art.
No, because most others are set in stone, like a time-wise, whereas jiu-jitsu is like, you're not getting this shit till we deem you ready.
You have to do these certain moves. No, not like that. No, I can't wait to have my black belt test. I can't wait for that opportunity. You know, it's like, please pick me. You know what I'm saying? Whenever the black belts are like, all right, hey, let's roll, I'm like, yes, glad you picked me. Let's do this.
Ready.
You're gonna earn this one. Boom, and I go at it. But of course, you know, black belts are black belts. They're hard to tap, man.
Yeah,
it's
they
hard
earned
to
it.
get some taps.
They are a black belt.
Oh yeah, and you realize like why they're a black belt. And that's the great thing about jiu-jitsu. There's no fake black belts. Well, if they are, they get exposed extremely
Really quick.
fast.
Yeah.
You don't fake a black belt in jiu-jitsu. It just doesn't happen. That's the shit you can't fake.
Some people try. Never ends well for them.
Don't do this shit around
Always
me.
get found out.
I won't just disrespect you and take you. I would beat your ass. Like I would probably lose my cool if somebody was faking jiu-jitsu and black belt instructor and teaching other people. I would take that. You're gonna get somebody killed. You're gonna get somebody hurt. You deserve an ass kicking. You deserve like something worse than that. That's how I feel about. I wouldn't call it fake martial arts.
Let's go full circle with that. What if that's just a person who's teaching someone some stuff out of a garage, trying to help a kid who's getting bullied? He's not necessarily teaching them the wrong way or the right way either, but he's just showing them a few things here and there.
But he's not.
But he's not claiming.
That's what I'm saying. If he's claiming he's a black belt,
yeah,
and he's a sensei running a gym, and he's over here got 30 students. And he's sitting in there, they're all about to get their ass whooped to go out there in the public and try to defend themselves. This guy's watching YouTube videos thinking he's a real instructor.
I can choke you with my
that's
chi,
how
man.
a lot of martial arts started around.
Oh,
in like the
Lord.
80s
I
and
know,
90s
I know.
when you couldn't fact check
But
people.
you got these people up in like...
Yo, do you watch those videos of those fake chi masters and shit getting to like real
Did you
fights
see
and
the
get
MMA
fucked
fighter?
up?
The MMA fighter versus Chi Master? MMA fighter beat the hell out of that dude. He was trying to wave him away. And he was just,
Like, nah, motherfucking bop.
But that's what I'm saying, dude.
Love that shit.
If you believe your own stupid shit to the point where you think it's real, there's no hope for you.
Yeah, I mean that's true, but then
Now the traditional arts, there's stuff, the
That is true.
fundamentals, there's
Hard.
stuff from that fundamental that is there. That is still in our arts that we train today, even jiu-jitsu.
well, like a waxing, like maybe like for a fucking deflection, wax on, wax off,
No.
that type of shit.
I would never do that as a block, ever. Never. I would and let the punch come to me. Never go out to a punch.
Have you seen the MMA fighter that does that? What's that dude's name? Oh,
I don't ever do that.
well, not you personally. I'm just saying, what's his name? That little
I guess it's
fucking
not my
Icelandic
style.
guy. He was originally training karate, and his two bases
That's
are
why.
karate and fucking jujitsu. And like when dudes are coming in striking on him, he'll fucking swat them.
That dude that looks like Bruce Lee?
No. He trains with Conor McGregor in that in Finland or in that Ireland gym. What the fuck is his name? I can't think.
Finland. This guy, Dublin, Ireland.
Yeah, whatever. Finland, you know. Well, this guy I think trains in Finland.
Okay, so can
I
we
gotta
get
check
back
this
Pause
out.
that video.
Yeah.
I have to pause the video and charge the camera.
Okay, we'll do that. Then we'll continue.
We can keep podcasting. We'll just have audio only.
All right. Well, we lost the video, but we're going to continue rolling, especially on what we're talking about here. I want to see what he says. Dublin, MMA fighter dies after a match against Conor McGregor.
Gunnar Nelson.
Oh, I remember that.
That motherfucker.
Gunnar Nelson. Yeah, I know that guy. What about him?
Yeah, that's what he does. When someone's coming in striking on him, he'll fucking swat.
Oh, he is a grappler.
And then
for
comes right
sure.
back. Yeah, his base is jiu-jitsu. That's what his strong suit is. But
Strong
when
suit,
he's
I don't
striking-
agree with you.
you
I don't
think so?
agree with you. I think the jiu-jitsu is what's keeping him alive in MMA. His karate is not taking him very far. That's why he's...
That's what. I agree with you. I told you his jiu-jitsu is his base. Like that's his go-to. But I'm saying his two. When he was originally trained, it wasn't karate. So when he's
Yeah,
striking,
yeah.
that's why he does that.
Okay, I get
swipe
you.
thing.
My
yeah,
point
you can
is-
take my mask off.
My point is this. If you, in any art, if you train jiu-jitsu and you don't train anything else, you have a better chance of making it in an MMA fight. But if you don't train... I can't say that about any other martial art. If you trained boxing and then you went into MMA, you would do maybe well up to a certain part. But with the elite, will stomp you out and take you to the ground and beat the hell out of you. That's what's going to happen. Kimbo Slice was a great boxer. Great movement, great power punches. As soon as you got into MMA, you realized the ground game is something. Clinch
Didn't
game is
transition
something.
very well. Yeah.
It's that transition that's difficult. That's what makes great. Like Rory McDonald is a great martial artist because he can transition the two together really well.
Just like fucking Demetrius Johnson.
Demetrius Johnson.
Transitions between each one very well and fluid.
He knows how to pop you while he's moving. That's a game changer.
So what all did they do in Mother's Day in France?
Past that.
You said that was the
We're
one
past that.
weird.
Yeah, you didn't even do France. You
I
teased
wanna
us
know
with that
the
before the
weird one.
podcast.
Yeah. Are we still recording audio?
Yeah.
Audio.
We never stopped. This is
Yeah.
Brew Podcast. Fuck it.
Okay, well I can't charge the camera and use it at the same time.
It's
Okay,
all
we're
good.
just gonna do
Let us do the rest of
audio.
the
the
audio.
rest.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Okay.
Fuck it. Is what it is, folks. We're working on it. We'll get another camera to where we don't have to worry about these things. Can wrap it up. Yeah, I guess
That's
we can wrap it
45
up.
minutes. We can leave it there. It's fine. Okay, just cut off at like 8 minutes ago. And then we could be, what is that, a 35-minute video?